Hi, I'm Mark.
And I'm Carissa.
And we're
Set on Sainthood. We have been on an epic adventure to find answers to life's greatest questions.
And though the struggle is so real,
when you're on an adventure with Christ, it's all worth it.
Please join us in the universal call to be
Set on Sainthood.
Today we're headed to Tarascon, France to see the Taurus.
This is in the Avignon region of southern France, famous for its lavender fields.
It is amazing along the Rhone River. And, wow, look at this church. Look at those flying buttresses. I remember Carissa saying, man, we don't have anything like this in the United States of America. It was breathtaking. And this is just a small church. But this church packs a big punch because it's dedicated not only to a saint, but to Saint Martha, the Dragon Slayer.
We had never heard of Saint Martha under the title of Dragon Slayer, but she gained a whole new level of respect when we found out the rest of her story after what we hear of her in the Bible. We hear of Saint Martha, the sister of Saint Mary, who is anxious and worried about many things. She's caring for Jesus and the disciples as they are in her home. And she's worried about her sister who's not helping her because she's sitting at the feet of Jesus listening to what he's saying. And Jesus tells Saint Martha, your sister has chosen the better path. Saint Martha was almost scolded by Jesus for not doing what her sister did by just listening to him. But when we were at this church, we saw a really beautiful prayer that Saint Martha, she's a patron of hospitality. She waited on Jesus and cared for him in her home. And so what a great reminder as we have guests in our homes, how we care for our families. The home is the domestic church, and Saint Martha shows that.
And these beautiful reliquaries are all over the place here. Usually in Italy, you'll see a whole bunch of different reliquaries for different people, but here we see a whole bunch of Saint Martha being venerated in her many components.
Now, what about all these gruesome images that we're seeing in the church? This is unlike any other church where you have these really terrifying images. Now let's talk about this dragon.
So here's Saint Martha stepping on a dragon that has, do you notice what's in the dragon's mouth? A child's foot coming out of it. Oh dear. This is a Tarascon, and reportedly many people saw this Tarascon in what is now called Tarascon, and it was an issue and it was causing problems for the local people. So when these, eventually saints come by and spread the good news, the people of this area said, we'll only believe you if you go and take care of this problem. So, of course, Martha goes and she actually reprimands the Tarascon, and it walks with her back into town leashed. And everybody is absolutely flabbergasted, and they gave her a mace and told her to kill it. So apparently she killed the Tarascon, and that was the end of that story, or so we could say. Now this area is a beautiful way to remember how the saints impacted the lives of early people. And even if this is figurative language, this became a fortress of the faith. Tarascon.
And Saint Martha's not the only saint to drive out a fearsome beast. We hear these all over the world. So there probably were like some species of beasts that used to exist, but the saints drove them out because they were causing problems. I mean, we have Saint George, we have Saint Columba, who were driving back dragons and demons and things like this. So If you are ever in Avignon, France, be sure to stop by Tarascon and visit the Church of Saint Martha, the Dragon Slayer.